morning, colleagues and General. I don't understand on which basis do you want General Mkhwanazi to take an oath? Because before us, we have no statement of General Mkhwanazi. We have a supplementary statement. Supplementing what? Because he must first depose to us a statement, and if there is anything to be supplemented, it should be done so. The statement we have is a statement disposed to the Commission. We have said to this legal team here, time and again, that we are not a junior committee of the Commission. There is no statement of General Mkhwanazi before us. There is a statement of General Mkhwanazi to the Commission. And therefore, in the absence of his statement to the ad hoc committee of Parliament, on which basis do you want him to take an oath? You should know, Chair, that a supplementary statement should be supplementing the original affidavit, if you wish to say so. There is no such. And therefore, General Mkhwanazi is not proper before us. And this legal team has failed us because in the deliberation, we made it very clear, if colleagues are honest with each other, we repeatedly said we cannot use the statement of the Commission. We are not a junior of the Commission. We have nothing to do with what the Commission is doing. We are a Parliament, a Committee of Parliament. Now you want to use a material that is being used and sourced by a commission established by the executive in this separate arm of the state. It is wrong, it is unconstitutional. We have to do things properly. And the proper way is, there must be an original statement to us as an ad hoc committee. And if they so wish to be a supplementary statement, let it be. I even said, it doesn't matter, Chair, in that meeting. I said, we can even say to General Mkhwanazi, the first pages of that commission statement, where the statement is directed to a commission, they can be amended to say the ad hoc committee of Parliament. And we have something that is directed to us, which will become our property, which will go into the archives of Parliament as General Mkhwanazi's statement to Parliament. In the history of this Parliament, when our children and grandchildren and children of children are going to be looking for General Mkhwanazi's statement to Parliament, they won't find it in the archives. So it's not proper before us. And the legal team is to be blamed, not himself. Thanks.
Advocate Arendse, can you please clarify that aspect?
Thank you, Honourable Chair, and in response to Honourable Malema. There is, with respect, a statement before this committee. The statement has now been sworn by General Mkhwanazi. We call it a supplementary statement because much of the factual background was covered extensively by the evidence leaders in the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry, and that is the 3 volumes you have before you, or 3.1 and 3.2, which contains General Mkhwanazi's statement and the annexes to that statement. At the Madlanga Commission, General Mkhwanazi gave evidence under oath, although his statement was not declared under oath. Judge Madlanga administered the oath, and he gave his evidence under oath. And it would therefore be quite surprising that his evidence before us today would differ materially from the evidence that he has already given before the Madlanga Commission. I acknowledge what Honourable Malema is saying about us not playing second fiddle to the commission, as it were. But the fact of the matter is this. After Parliament decided to appoint this ad hoc committee and the appointment of ourselves was finalized, the Madlanga Commission had also been proclaimed by the President, and their evidence leaders got hold of Nkosazana first, and they started to take a statement from him, which they did, I think, General Nkosazana, over a period of some 2 weeks. You will recall, Honorable Chair, that I engaged with the evidence leaders for the Madlanga Commission. You engaged with the chairperson, Justice Madlanga, in relation to when General Nkosazana could become available to us. Given your terms of reference, you will recall this committee insisted that this hearing can only commence by us calling General Nkosazana first. So for a period of some 3 weeks or more, we were constrained or prevented from engaging with General Nkosazana to take a statement from him because he was unavailable. He explained his unavailability to you, Honorable Chair, and to the committee, and asked to be excused. As soon as he concluded his evidence before the Madlanga Commission, he indicated to us that he was now available to be consulted, and which we've done. Our consultation covers the evidence and the statement that he gave at the Madlanga Commission. We've attempted in this supplementary statement to avoid repetition. Much of what General Nkosazana has been heard by honorable members of this committee, by members of the public and the media. In fact, his statement was his redacted statement was also made available to the media. So that is the approach that we've adopted, Honorable Chair, to this inquiry. What honorable members, Honorable Chair, what you will find different to what was done in the Madlanga Commission is that there'll be a lot more engagement with General Nkosazana in relation to the issues that forms part of the terms of reference of this committee and not necessarily before the Madlanga Commission. So General Nkosazana has been alerted to that, and we've consulted him about it. And different versions will be put to him as opposed to what was the case at the Madlanga Commission. So it is not only appropriate but necessary that we've incorporated the Madlanga statement as part of his statement before this committee, so that the record will indeed in years to come show that incorporated as part of General Nkosazana's statement to this committee is also the statement that he made to the Madlanga Commission. Thank you, Chair.
No, before I take the hands, I think what the honorable member wants to know is whether the sole statement that General Nkosazana made at the Madlanga Commission, does it enjoy precedence over this? Because the understanding is that it is supposed to be an annexure to the statement that he has made with yourselves.
No, Honorable Chair. This statement enjoys precedence, but it incorporates by reference the Madlanga Commission inquiry. And there are aspects in this statement where we will cross-reference what he said in the Malanga.
I hear what you are saying. What he's trying to say is that we have two institutions of government, Parliament and the executive. And then Parliament has appointed an ad hoc committee. We have more or less a common list of witnesses. So when a witness comes here, a witness deposits a sworn statement to us in accordance with our terms of reference. And then when we come to the proceedings, we then say, this witness who is appearing before us has also appeared elsewhere. Your statement as the ad hoc committee is this one, but for ease of understanding, there is this other statement which you would have deposited elsewhere for the interest of members. You can also read it. It's not compulsory. But if you want to enrich your understanding, you can also read this other statement. That is what the honorable member wants to know. And his problem is that the word supplementary is used when this statement is supposed to be an original statement before Parliament, because it is not a document of another arm of government. It's a document of this arm of government, which is Parliament. So what we then have to understand between yourself and General Mkhwanazi is the ownership of this document. That this is the document which I myself as General Mkhwanazi had deposited before you as Parliament. And for the purpose of these proceedings, I can confirm that yes, this is the statement I made with yourselves. If there is any other statement made elsewhere, you can also go through it, it's available. But for the purpose of these proceedings, I confirm that the document before you is the document that I deposited with yourselves. Can we have that understanding?
Well, there's no better person to answer that, Honorable Chair, than General Mkhwanazi himself. He can. Hence, I asked you to administer the oath. I will ask him whether this is an original statement that is made to this body.
Yes, let me take the hands. Before I take you, Oscar, let me go back to Honorable Malema, because he's the one who raised this point. He may want to make follow-ups, and then the list will be in this order. It will be Honorable Malema, it will be Honorable Skosana, Honorable Nombalo, Honorable Nwala, and then Honorable Mwango.
No, thanks, Chair. I think the evidence leader, and this is so unfair on General Mkhwanazi. If we had a way, we should have just asked him to step out so that we can debate this. The senior counsel can't say that. Can't say the first statement to us is supplementary statement. That coming from a senior counsel. That the first statement you make is called supplementary statement. What law are you teaching people? It's unacceptable, and we can't help them, Chair, to cure it here in front of cameras. He has to go back and do the right thing. Because even if General Mkhwanazi says, this is my statement to Parliament, but what is written on this thing is supplementary statement. You can't change it. It's here before us. You are going to call General Mkhwanazi before this committee without an original statement. Where have you ever had a situation where you are told the first statement to be disposed is supplementary statement? If we're to ask the senior counsel, where's the original statement? He won't produce it. So if this is the original statement, let it be, let them go and correct it. So it serves here properly. and then we all proceed. And what makes it painful is that it doesn't matter whether colleagues want to do whatever they want to do. We debated this matter many at times in this committee and emphasized that General Mkhwanazi will have to dispose a statement to the committee, even if it means cut and paste, as long as there is an original statement to the committee. So that answer doesn't even, General Mkhwanazi doesn't get involved anywhere. He was called, he was asked questions, he was being helped by evidence leaders on how these things can be done. So to invite him now and say, is this an original statement or not, it's incorrect. He gave them what they asked him to give them. If they were not satisfied, they were supposed to come back to us. Now, the legal team does exactly what we want when we appointed the legal team. That there's no legal team which is going to take decisions on behalf of this committee. Now, he goes and takes a decision that a supplementary statement will be an original statement and brings it here and embarrass us in front of cameras like we are a group of people who don't know anything. He says, General Mkhwanazi took an oath at Madlanga Commission. And therefore, because he took an oath at Madlanga Commission, because we do what Madlanga has done, why should he take an oath here? If that's how it works. He disposed the statement at Madlanga. This statement at Madlanga is the statement before us. We must accept that. We must also accept Madlanga's oath. Going to take an oath twice on the same statement. On the same statement. There's no law that says that. I might not be a lawyer, but I'm a lawmaker.
Honorable Skosana.
Yeah. Thank you, Chair. I'm not sure, Chair, whether when we sat on our meetings, in fact, before even this ad hoc committee was set, because we sit in these portfolio committees, and it's really embarrassing, I must say, that after we agreed that we are not the subcommittee of the Madlanga Commission, and now we are told that there's a supplementary thank you, Chair. Not because you are talking to someone there. That we have to have a cut and paste is not acceptable as well. I mean, we were told that there was a consultation with the Provincial Commissioner General Mkhwanazi. We are going to be having a different view, you know, here at the ad hoc committee. Not what we are told today by the senior counsel. And I think that I will support my colleague on that. Perhaps it would be proper that General Mkhwanazi is excused. Us as committee members discuss this matter, because really we are letting the country again down. It's like we don't know what we are doing. We know where we come from in this country. You know, we had a case where somebody was sentenced without trial, before standing before the judge. Today we are finding ourselves in this again, where we are told that the statement was done, the oath was taken in the Madlanga Commission. It's unacceptable. And I think we should not go that route. My appeal to you, Chair, and to members is that perhaps can we take an adjournment on this matter? I think it will be proper. Otherwise, we'll be continuing doing the wrong thing. We are not a subcommittee of Madlanga Commission. Whatever happened at Madlanga Commission happened at that commission, not here. I thank you, Chair.
Yeah, no, thank you very much, Chair. Chair, let me start by sharing my deepest discontent as well. That we are starting on a very bad note. From the word go, we are messing things up. And I think we shouldn't allow that if we want to enjoy the respect of South Africans. Chair, we deliberated on this, and I remember we did not only deliberate on this during our ad hoc committee meetings, even during a joint committee meeting between the Portfolio Committee on Justice and the Portfolio Committee on Police, which gave birth to this committee. We debated the role that should be played by Parliament, and we said the doctrine of separation of powers is very clear. on the role that should be played in terms of the constitutional mandate by each state or by each organ of the state. But today, we find ourselves in a situation where we are being misled by the technical team or by the legal advisors of this ad hoc committee, because if you say we must rely on the statement of the Madlanga Commission, you are simply subverting the constitutional responsibility of Parliament in this regard. And let's avoid this thing of mentioning Madlanga. Madlanga is a decision of the executive, not a decision of Parliament. We are doing our own, we are initiating our own process here. So we're not going to do any copy and paste kind of work and said, no, because this one has been done by Madlanga. Because if we are doing that, in future, we are going to be told that we can't investigate some of the issues here in the terms of reference because they were investigated by the Madlanga Commission. So, Chairperson, our view is very simple on this one. This must be amended. We are not going to accept this document as it is termed as a supplementary document. It must be an original statement by Lieutenant and General Mkhwanazi.